So, after making this blog about Arnold Schwarzenegger and his son Patrick Schwarzenegger, and very briefly giving this cue about economics that it is always trying to, if not save someone, but assist uh, population through democracy, political empowerment, or through economic prosperity. It is in the self-interest of economics that the world is defined through peace and through meaningful competition between nation states, economic competition which could promote efficiency, which could drive prices down and then improve and maximize consumer welfare. Uh, Economics is an interesting subject in that respect. Of course, the help extended by medical science, engineers, or you can say, the design experts, or religious clergy. This the people, any religion, religious leaders, both, and political leaders, and the government, especially police and the army, would extend rather a more significant effort to then, protect the rights of the citizens, with the domain of the work they would do. Their profession represent a lot of responsibility, and it's not just theory, but a lot of policy and practical aspects which needs to be considered, and that's real wisdom and bravery to, change things at the policy level while practicing theory, and then create new theory. So in that respect, let me just have a good news. This my judgment about Pakistan's economy is quite optimistic. I mean, cultural stability is here. I've just recently written a book with Microsoft Copilot and ChatGPT, subtitled Bradbot, on completing the story of capitalism through giving it an introduction about how cultural values should then be promoted, while at the same time economic progress through smart economic policy and through business strategies and governance protocols and strategies will ensure rather a more sustainable economic development path for both developed and developing countries, and solving for identity politics as well. Here, I would today. It was such an honor, such a learning experience to listen to our Honorable Minister of Industries and Production, Haroon Akhtar. I mean, he's a distinguished entrepreneur and an economist. But then this is especially for the young generation, the students of economics or business studies, or or even governance, or politics, or media. And now we have a great economist, a great practitioner, an entrepreneur, and a businessman who has rich experience, leading Chamber of Commerce, and he's a leading businessman to guide the government of Pakistan to then, really achieve this goal that, Pakistan should have a thriving industrial base whereby it could become a export promoting economy. But at the same time, I have also spoken about and written about our Honorable Finance Minister, Muhammad Aurangzeb. I mean, imagine he says, he's a finance minister, and Haroon Akhtar is Minister of Industry and Production. What is the difference is that, there's different aspects of macroeconomy. And my recent blog was about, how financial liberalization, financial development, and thereby financial sector is key to then support a thriving manufacturing base in Pakistan. Banks would provide much needed resources which generate wealth for the entrepreneurs. But of course, there is a long path to then to make and transform a business, a startup, into a competitive business, and then transform it into a internationally established business, while linking it with international value chains, with a presence in maybe China, East Asia, Africa, Latin America, or Europe, or Americas, North America. So, I have full trust on Pakistani businessmen. I'm always learning, especially from political leaders and Pakistani businessmen. the business who have practical experience to then address issues which represent through macroeconomic indicators, like how macroeconomic uncertainty would affect the business environment and which would affect consumers' behaviors. I mean, there's a lot of risk taking by Pakistani businesses, and then there is a star-involved economist, a great economist who is an engineer, but of course he's Honorable Minister of Planning Commission, Ahsan Iqbal. I mean, he's working on multidimensional poverty alleviation measures. He's developing long-term development strategies for the government. He it is under him that this the planning commission is working on promoting and then achieving sustainable development goals, and of course infrastructure development will have all those efforts by Pakistani government.